Hey YouTube friends, today I'm going to show you a cheap, simple, organic solution to help control bugs in your garden and especially on your potato plants. So let's dig in. Today, I want to show you how I use a neem oil solution as an organic way to control insects in my garden. This is especially important for potatoes because bugs love to get on potatoes and eat them. Now, it is still early May, and so the potato bugs and insects like that aren't putting a lot of pressure on the potatoes, but we want to get to spraying those potato plants before the bugs get in there. We want to spray this neem oil on there to be a deterrent on the potato plants to keep the bugs away, because if you wait until after the bugs are all over the potatoes and you have an infestation, then you're already behind in the game, and an organic solution like this is probably not going to be effective. So then you're going to have to go to a really harsh insecticide, or you're just going to have to give up altogether. So we're going to go ahead and start spraying our potato plants before the bugs get in there. So I want to show you how I mix up my solution today. For this solution, it's a very simple formula. You're going to need some cold pressed organic neem oil. I get this product off of Amazon. It's very simple, very cheap, and this one little bottle will last a good long time. In addition to that, you're simply going to need some dish soap. Doesn't matter if it's Dawn, but this is what we use at our house, so I have some of this. The amounts are also really simple to remember. It's just 1, 1, and 1. 1 tablespoon of neem oil, 1 teaspoon of dish soap, and 1 gallon of water. Now, these amounts don't have to be super exact, okay? And you don't have to actually use a tablespoon like this. And to be honest, most of the time I don't. I just kind of add in about a tablespoon of neem oil and about a teaspoon of dish soap, and that's good enough. But for the sake of this video, because I know some people like to be exact, I'm going to use actual measuring spoons. One teaspoon of dish soap. Yeah, one of the reasons I don't like to use measuring spoons is because all of that stuff is sticking to it, and then you got to get it off, and that's just a pain. And then you got to wash it and you got to clean it. I ain't got time for that. And 1 gallon of water. I suppose if you wanted to, you could put this soap in there last after you put the water in, and that might help keep it from foaming like this. Now, when you're putting this neem oil on your plants, you want to do it when it's going to be dry. Obviously, if you put it on right before it rains, the rain's just gonna wash it off. So check your forecast and try to plan your spraying accordingly. Most people come in and they just wanna spray it on top like this, but you also, more important than spraying on the top, is you want to spray on the bottom of the leaves, because that's where the bugs are going to tend to congregate. They want to get out of the sun and they want to hide underneath the leaves. So you got to spray up underneath it as well as spraying on top of it. And so we're just going to like coat down the leaves, bottom and top, and that is going to deter and get rid of any kind of bugs that might attack this plant. Now, I'll probably spray my plants once or twice a week if I'm not having a bug problem yet, and that's just as a deterrent. Of course, if you are seeing bugs on your plants, or if you're seeing something eating your plants, I want to spray it more often than that. This neem oil solution is not just good for fighting bugs, it's also good for helping to control fungus and mildew and those sorts of things. So it's just a great preventative thing, and it's organic. It's not anything that's harmful for the environment, and it's not harmful for you either. You know, in Hebrews 12:15 it says, watch out, be careful that no root of bitterness grows up between you, corrupting many people. And that's what bitterness does. When we harbor a grudge or hatred or anger in our heart at other people, it poisons us from the inside out. And so we have to be quick to forgive. Just like it's important that we don't let bugs take hold of our garden, we need to work ahead, be proactive to make sure that we're spraying with neem oil and other things to make sure that we're guarding against letting those bugs come in and take hold and get root. We need to do the same thing with our heart. Make sure that we're not letting sin infiltrate into us and take root and grow, making sure that we're not harboring grudges and bitterness against other people. We need to be quick to ask for forgiveness from God and from other people, and we need to be quick to forgive one another, because otherwise those things can get inside you and they begin to corrupt you. And the strange thing about this is what I found as a pastor in my own life and in the lives of people that I shepherd, is that when you let that bitterness and that anger take root inside you, it affects all parts of your life. You may be angry at Joe over here for something that he's done to you, but you're going to take it out on your wife Susan or your best friend Jimmy. So we don't need to let that stuff say in our heart get in there and take root and grow, because it's gonna most of the time it's not going to do anything to the person that actually offended us. It's really going to harm the relationships we have with other people who are good to us and kind to us and love us and whom we love as well. So we got to get those things out of there. We got to be quick to ask for forgiveness when we're in the wrong, and we've got to be quick to forgive others when they offend us. And even if they never say they're sorry, even if they never repent of it and change their ways, we don't need to hold the grudge. Let it go, because holding on to it is not doing anything but hurting yourself and the people you love. Anyway, that's the thought that came to me today. So get out there and grow and be fruitful.